So I'm just going to start talking and the flow will come. um, I guess lately in my life, I have been in a place of observing and I guess reflecting. I mean, I have for a while, but you know, sometimes the people closest to you are the people that are going to misunderstand you the most. Um, because I've probably known you for like the longest time, yet the person you were back then when they met you isn't the person you are now, but in their minds, they can't see that, they can't understand that, no matter how much they see who you are now. In their mind, you're still the same. And to me, I don't think that's fair. Um, when you grow and you evolve and you're you realize you're responsible for your own life, to have other people mischaracterize you, they dig at you to get you to react. Um, we soon realize after these patterns um, keep happening, we soon, I guess, reflect and realize what is actually happening. And the blame's not going anywhere, but it is up to us to either create a healthy distance from these people. So I just tried filming and I was thinking too much. I think I started talking and kind of got a bit frustrated in myself because I felt this anger coming out. But really, below the anger, I'm quite sad and hurt. When people close to you, when their actions don't align with their words, it's hard to not be confused. But it's also probably more difficult to not overlook it. It's easy to overlook it. It's easy to let it slip, let it go, to let it happen, to allow it to happen. But now that like my view of my self-worth um wanting to attract the things that do align with me, um, when that goes against that, like when it goes against your morals and who you are, when your character is judged or misunderstood or dug at by people close to you, it hurts. And I think I was kind of playing it off just then when I was filming before this video. Um, I was playing it off as if I wasn't hurt and as if I could like intellectualize it into some I don't know. I was avoiding, I guess, feeling how it's making me feel. I mean, when you see when you start seeing repeated patterns from people in your life, you know, you have to look at it. And I can't help but feel that when I place distance with people, I can't help but feel like the bad guy. Despite, I guess my whole life of people pleased, I've stepped on my own toes for other people to walk over me, to allow things, to allow myself to be mistreated because I didn't know what boundaries were. I didn't know what self-love, self-respect was. Um, but now that I do, it's quite difficult to learn and to, I guess, move along from. But, at the end of the day, I guess these things, I am like happy that these things are happening because one day I'm going to meet people that see how I treat myself and they will do exactly the same. They will see my standards of how I treat myself and how I will allow myself to be treated. So then they will meet those standards, if not exceed them, you know? And I can't wait. I think that's beautiful. But for now, like, I have to be that person for myself. It's been a beautiful day today. I went surfing for the first time in 3, 4 years, and I got a bit hammered, but but it was fun. And when I was out on the waves, when I was out on the water, it was like the me 3 or 4 years ago when I first went surfing, when I last went surfing. The me that I was then came up today when I was on the water. But it was like as like this feeling in my body, and I noticed like I reflected straight away that like, hey, no, this isn't who I am now. If you know what I mean. Like, back then I was quite ego driven because I was struggling mentally with a lot of things, and to self reflect back then wasn't really a thing that I did often. But now, the me that I am now, I felt it straight away, and I allowed myself to remind myself that I reminded myself that I'm not the me that I was then. So I pushed that feeling away, and I looked around at the mountains, the water, the people out on the water, and just closed my eyes and breathed. And from then on, like, I felt so grounded, and connected. And I guess I approached surfing in a completely different way and mindset, you know, and that's like a win. It's a win. Um, it's been on my bucket list to go out surfing for the first time in 3 years. So I ticked that off today. Maybe you could tick something off your bucket list, or you could create one. Have a beautiful day.